What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Punk Rock Radar. Today, I've got a huge stack of CDs. That is one, this is two, and a couple more over here that are all from the Philadelphia Music Exchange, and they're all like $3 a piece. So I was stoked to get all these back. I've been building on my CD collection because I'm honestly sick of $35, $40 vinyl when you can get the CD for like $2 or $3, $4. So I'm going back to CDs, especially jewel case stuff. And I see like CDs are definitely getting popular again. So hopefully the punks will follow suit, and let's bring back reasonably priced music. But yeah, there's a lot here. So I'll kick this off with the first one. We've got Sum 41's album Chuck. Came out in 2004. And this is the one, it's produced by Greg Norrie, who, if you read Derek's book, a little bit of a story there. But this is like the first real shift into like, I don't know, people say it's like heavier, but there's like a lot of mid-tempo rock songs on here. It's like the least punk of the first couple. We're All to Blame is like one of my favorite Sum 41 songs. Some Say is a good one. There's No Solution, No Reason, 88. There's a lot of really good songs in here, and I always see people say that this is their favorite Sum 41. Like, for me, it's like 3 or 4. I think Does This Look Infected is significantly better. But, yeah, I told the story in the tier list, but I got this back in 04, right before I went on a road trip to Myrtle Beach, and we had like 3 CDs at the time. So this was like one of the 3 CDs that we listened to on that somewhere between 8 and 12 hour drive there and back. So I know all these songs, and I'm happy to get this back in my collection. Sum 41, Chuck. Then I could have sworn I had this. I have like every other Pennywise. I have this on vinyl, but I did not have About Time on CD. I get shit for this all the time, but this is like the first Pennywise record I really enjoy. I love like Straight Ahead, Full Circle, Land of the Free, From the Ashes, and like this for me starts like that era of the sound. And people say Pennywise is still putting out the same record, but I think the first couple are like a little bit rougher than this one. But you've got Peaceful Day, Perfect People, Freebase, Same Old Story, like tons of classic Pennywise tracks. So we'll get this one. Hopefully we get a new Pennywise record, because even the last one, Never Gonna Die, that's a killer record. So there we go. About Time. Then there's a lot of pop punk here. I don't know if I said in the beginning, but there's a ton of pop punk here. So I grabbed Hit the Lights, Skip School, Start Fights. And back when this came out, I was playing in a pop punk band called Say It Like You Mean It. And when our original singer left, we had a kid try out to Drop the Girl. And I had to learn how to play it. And that was like the first time I really heard these guys. But I kind of like it. The guitars are like pretty heavy for pop punk. Like definitely take some cues from stuff like Newfound Glory. And like, the easy core stuff of that time, but the vocals are like super, super poppy. But yeah, I like this record. It's okay. I think I like the first one maybe a little bit better. There's a song, Backbreakers on this one too. That's another good track. But yeah, I'm not crazy about this band, but I think this was like $1, so I picked it up. Then I have the River Phoenix version of this that I got from New Jersey. But I didn't have the, after they changed their name, Phoenix TX self-titled. This came out in drive-thru in like 99, I think. It's got All My Fault was a big song, but Minimum Wage is a good one. Flight 601 is good. Yeah, this is pretty solid. Like, I like Lechuza a little bit better. I've been told that it's just flat out wrong, but I think Lechuza is a better record. But this is a really fun late 90s pop punk album. All right. So I was like, when I was looking through the CDs, I saw that I have Nerf Herder. I have my EP, but I have the blue one, which came out first. And this one has some bonus tracks at the end. So I picked this one up. This is the Honest Don's version. I think the other one is like either self-titled or it's on Joey Cape's label or something. But I love Nerf Herder, and I think there's some really good tracks on here. So I picked up the extended EP version, which probably could have been called an LP at that point, but it isn't. And then I grabbed the most wrongly hated Bad Religion album, No Substance, from 98, I believe. And I've probably told this story like 5, 6, 7 times. This was my first Bad Religion CD that I got probably in like 99 or 2000. So I have like a lot of nostalgia for this. I never got the hate for it. I think it's way better than A New America. It's definitely got like a more like radio rock feel to it, but like all the Atlantic stuff kind of does. But like Here It's a good song. Here It Is Good. Shades of Truth. The Biggest Killer in American History. Like those are all good Bad Religion songs. So I like this a lot. I have the vinyl, but like I didn't have it on CD. So there we go. No Substance. Then this one is, I think it's resealed because a lot of these are like radio promos. So like they're missing the barcode, which I don't love, but we got 2 Riddlin kids. Let me find the other one so I can just do them together. Well, we'll do it when it comes up. This is Hurry Up and Wait. They had this song I Feel Fine that was on the radio. They're from Austin, Texas. I feel like they just went straight to a major. Yeah, this is on Columbia Records. But they play like similar to maybe like Young and the Hopeless, Good Charlotte, but like a little bit more of like a Fearless Records spin on pop punk. But I like this band. I like this record. Riddlin Kids, Hurry Up and Wait. Then I picked up probably my top 2 Boss Tones albums, Pay Attention. This came out on Island Records in 2000. Very like Warhol-esque coloring or whatever. But let me see what's on here. I'm so bad with like the Boss Tones song names. I wasn't a big fan until like a couple of years ago. So like I kind of went through all the records in one gulp. So I can't pick out any songs here. Like I'm not a huge fan, but I do like this album. Boss Tones, Pay Attention. Then this is kind of the beginning of the end for Guttermouth. I know like the last release was okay, but this is Eat Your Face, which is the first one they did with Volcom Records. I don't know. This Party of 2, Surf's Up Asshole. I don't know if there's any great songs on here, but like I've got all the Guttermouth CDs up to this point. So when I saw it for like $2, I was like, why the hell not? But realistically, I'm probably never listening to this because it's not very good. Then I got This Time Next Year, the Drop Out of Life. I talked about this in one of the Off the Radar episodes, but this is like a really solid pop punk album. Was it 09 maybe? 2011. Wow, it was later than I thought. It came out in Equal Vision. This feels like an early 2000s pop punk album, like kind of like the Riddlin Kids. But like if you're a fan of like the Wonder Years, that kind of stuff, I would definitely check this out. And it's in like a really thin digi sleeve, almost like a gatefold vinyl is like the thing. And the booklet's built in, which is kind of cool. But yeah, we got This Time Next Year. Then I got 2 Only Crimes today. The other one is a vinyl, so I'll save that for another video. But I got maybe the best one. The first one, To the Nines, it came out on Fat. I think the other ones are Rise, actually, which is a little bit weird. But yeah, I got back into this when we did the Fat Wreck bracket. I'm trying to remember. I feel like Russ, or is this after Good Riddance broke up, or maybe like a little bit before? I think it was right after they broke up. They put this out, but it's very much Good Riddance-esque with like a little bit. I mean, it's got Bill Stevenson, so a little bit of Descendants mixed in, but it's a really solid, like fast skate punk melodic hardcore record. Kind of similar to the Bad Religion album. I feel like this is another like wrongly hated album, but Suicide Machine, self-titled. I mean, I definitely get there's a big drastic change from Battle Hymns to this, but like the first few songs are so catchy. Sometimes I Don't Mind, Permanent Holiday is on here, Green is on here. Yeah, I mean, No Sale. I mean, it's not great, but like there's some really catchy songs in here, and I'm gonna get probably killed, but like I think this is I like this better than Battle Hymns. I think the standouts are better. Like Battle Hymns is just like a kick to the nuts for the whole thing, but like the standouts on here, I just feel like slightly better. I got the Casualties, Made in New York City. This is like a CD, DVD. I feel like it's live, but I think it's like studio live. Oh no, recorded at the Knitting Factory in New York City. But yeah, it's got a DVD and a CD. It's got all the hits. We're working on the tier list, but they've been teasing a new record for like 2 years at this point. So I've been waiting because like of street punk bands, like this is the Casualties, and which I'll just go into the next one, the Unseen. I feel like they're like the most accessible street punk bands. So I'd like to do it because I like a lot of their songs, and I've got another Casualties in here somewhere too. But this is another like promo. I didn't realize it was a promo. It's just like I hate CDs like this, but it's for promo use only from Hellcat. Internal Salvation. I could be wrong. Maybe the last Unseen record. I think the two before it are a little better, but it's solid. All right, I've got 10-Foot Pole, Bad Mother Trucker, another one that's resealed with the barcode missing. This is I like the Scott 10-Foot Pole stuff a little bit better, but I'm trying to think of the Dennis stuff. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to say it. I got to think about it, but I saw they're like reissuing this, calling it Taylor's version. I know it's like a Taylor Swift thing. I don't get the context with this. If you guys know, let me know. But Giving Gravity to Hand is a good song. Nova Scotia is good. Plastic. There's some good songs in here. Bad Mother Trucker, 10-Foot Pole. All right. Now, this is very, very underrated. I picked up the self-titled in the last video I did, and then what kind of triggered this whole thing is I saw the Music Exchange had this for $2, and this is not super hard to find, but like it's not on streaming, it's not on YouTube, and it came out on Vagrant Records, so I don't know what's up with that. I did like a little bit of research, and I saw it was supposed to come out on a major. I don't remember which one. And Vagrant bought the rights, so I don't know if there's some tie-up with the digital streaming rights, but if you're a fan of Social Distortion, like especially like White Light through Sex, Love, and Rock and Roll, this is definitely check this out. Broken Record. 98 is probably the best Automatic 7 song. Syringe is really good. Bow Down is good. This is another one I mentioned in Off the Radar, but I love this band. I think this is an awesome CD. All right, we got another resealed Zebrahead, Waste of Mind, which is, depending on who you ask, the first, second, or third Zebrahead album. There's the yellow one before it, some demo. Elliot and I are actively working on the Zebrahead tier list too, and this is middle, maybe lower middle, but it's got Check, it's got Get Back, Jagoff. It's all right. Like the two that follow are probably my favorite. Spoiler alert, but I didn't have it. I thought I had it, but picked it up, sealed. Another band that I'll kind of say sounds like Good Charlotte. I feel like they may even share a member. This is Wakefield, American Made. They had a couple songs either on MTV or the radio, and they put out maybe 1 or 2 albums. 2, because there was this one song, Come On Baby, that was pretty popular after this, but I think they're back and working on some other stuff. But from this, I'm thinking Unsweet 16 was the single. But it's really poppy. You can tell by their picture on the back, like, this is like, they're going for like that Good Charlotte, Simple Plan audience. So I think it's okay. Like, I remember thinking this was all right, but I mean, whatever. If it's like a pop punk CD, I'll probably just pick it up and give it another shot. It's a different experience listening through like your speakers instead of streaming, where it's so easy to just skip to the next song if you don't like it. All right, and I picked up another one. I have every MXPX album from Pokin' At Ya through Secret Weapon, aside from this one, which is my second favorite, Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo, which came out in 1998 on Tooth and Nail / this just says Tooth and Nail, but it's A&M. Yeah, A&M Records. This has like some of their most well-known songs: Under Lock and Key, Tomorrow's Another Day, I'm Okay, You're Okay, Party My House, Be There. From the back half, I really like Set the Record Straight. I like Inches from Life. There's like not a lot of skips on here. This is like 1A MXPX album. Really good stuff. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know why I grabbed this, but I did. Something Corporate North. They have some decent songs, but I'm not super familiar with this record. I think Leaving Through the Window is much better, but like, let me think. Space is okay. 21 and Invincible is okay. I thought it was on here, but I don't see it. I thought this had Constantine, which is, that must be the other one. But it actually, it's really hard to read this. But yeah, this is okay. Piano driven pop punk from Drive Thru Records. Not really my thing, but whatever. Then I got Divot Broadcaster. Came out on Nitro in 2002. This is another band that like the Riddlin kids. It kind of has that pop punk sound that was really popular, but just didn't really catch on. Plan B is really good. Violet's good. There's another one. It's not coming to me, but like, just put this on. It's like really accessible. Kind of, it has a little bit more edge than those bands that I said, especially the earlier albums. But this is like a really fun album. Divot Broadcaster. Then I picked up the Autopilot Off EP. I think this was the first thing they did for Island Records. This is a local band to me. They're from, I was looking in here, and I always say they're from Orange County. I thought like they're from like Newburgh, but I think this said Harriman, which is a little further south of me. But Long Way to Fall is a really good song. Nothing Frequency. I mean, it's only 5 songs, so they're all good. And after this came Make Sound, which is one of my favorite pop punk records of the era. But Autopilot Off, self-titled, kick-ass band. Then I got the Dynamite Boy, self-titled. There's like a little pattern here. It's probably my least favorite Dynamite Boy record, but I have the other 2. Satellite's pretty good. Suspended Animation's all right. Definitely more of like slower, more going towards like, this is '04, so like the pop punk as a genre is kind of getting that mature stuff. So they're not a lot of bands are playing fast, but I'm seeing this now for the first time. This came out on BMG. Like, I thought this was just Fearless, but this is a major label album, which is pretty surprising. I did not know that until right now. Then I got my favorite Casualties album, which is legitimately still sealed. This is Chaos Sound. I think this is the last one with Jorge or George, however you say it. But it's got, the title track is awesome. It's got the Ramones cover from Motorhead. I'm saying it's my favorite, but I have not done the tier list yet. I like on the front line a lot too. But Chaos Sound, Casualties. This is one I'm trying to remember. It was either on Burnout or Tony Hawk. The Explosion, Black Tape. So this, I think Here I Am is on Tony Hawk, and I think No Revolution's in Burnout. But these guys, I'm trying to think. The album before is like Flash, Flash, Flash. And then they had like a 7-inch with the tarantula on it. And I remember when I got this, I didn't love it. I still think it's okay. I think the best songs are definitely the singles. And I don't really know what they did after this. Maybe one more album. But it's okay. I think these guys got a little bit overrated. I saw them with AFI in like 03 on the Sing the Sorrow tour, and the style they were playing then was a little bit better than this. When is this? This is 04. There was like a major label bidding war for them at this point too. Then I got, man, this is gonna be a long video. I still got like 6 things left. I got Yellowcard's follow-up to Ocean Avenue, which is Lights and Sounds, which I don't hear a lot of people talk about, but I think this is definitely not as good as Ocean Avenue, but this is without a doubt for me their second best album. Another band that's done recording an album. I think the first single, maybe 2 have come out, and it comes out in like September, October, so maybe tier list, but 3 Flights Up, Lights and Sounds, Sure Thing Falling. There's some really good songs on here. Very similar to Ocean Avenue, but a little bit darker, a little bit slower in spots. But I like the CD. Then another Riddlin Kids. This is a tour EP called Any Day Now. And it's got a couple of songs from the one we just had, Hurry Up and Wait. I didn't know this existed, but yeah, this is what was sold on tour right before the full length. So that was cool to get. I think this was $1. And we just talked about this on the 2001 tier list. Another one I thought I had, but I have the next one, which surprisingly I think is a little bit better. The Art of Losing. But this has Flavor of the Week, which is one of my favorite songs of the era. Aside from that, Bigger Mood is the other one that's all right. Kind of a top-heavy album. Gets into more like grunge, post-grunge, which is not really my thing. But it's cool to have. I didn't think it was going to be a digipack. Back in 2001, you're not getting many digipacks. Maybe a reissue. Then I got the Glass Eater self-titled from Fearless Records. I kind of like the CD. The I think it's called 7 Years Bad Luck, the yellow one. Again, much better than this one, but this one's okay. Medicine's a good track. I'm trying to think of the other one. It's been so long since I listened to this. Miles Ahead is okay. For Glass Eater, I would definitely go with the earlier stuff, but this is still a solid album. Kind of, they got away from the screaming on the early stuff here, but it's still like an okay, kind of no motive sounding pop punk emo album. Then I got 2 comps. I got Punkorama 4, which I was talking to Kyle the other day because we're doing something with the comps. He was asking me my favorite one. Punkorama 5 is definitely my favorite, but this one's honestly, of the first couple, this is probably the worst one, looking at the tracks. Because you don't get a lot of exclusives. But yeah, we got Punkorama 4. And then last but not least, I got Warped Music 2. And this thing is stacked. H2O, Dropkick Murphys, Pennywise, MXPX, Less Than Jake, Deviates, Good Riddance, Unwritten Law, Phoenix TX as River Phoenix, Voodoo Glow Skulls, Aquabats, Mustard Plug, Frenzel Rom, Blink-182 is on here. This is like such a crazy good comp. The only thing is you don't get many, if any, exclusive tracks, but it's a cool one. This is, if you pick this up in the, when would this have been? Maybe like 99, 2000, like you were set. But that's all I got. I do have some other stuff I want to show, because most of that bundle I've been talking about, it's probably going to be over here if I remember to put it there. I have most of the stuff here. I have the poster. I'm wearing the shirt. And the stickers. So we got that one. One of them's not over here, but it's the other two. There's one more sticker. I'm just waiting on the skateboards, and then that stuff's gonna ship. But this skateboard's probably end of August, optimistically. They said like 5 weeks, and then I gotta wait for it to ship. So there's a link. I got 10 left. There's gonna be 10 skateboards. There's gonna be a one-time printing of those colors. So if you want to pick it up, there's a link down below to do so. And then after that sells out, I'll put up the rest of the shirts. I just want to make sure I have enough shirts for the bundles, but that's what the shirt looks like, back and front. But yeah, thanks for checking out this video. Let me know what I bought that you liked the best. This was probably one of the biggest hauls I've ever bought. And my CD rack over here is just nearly full. So this may be not the last, but I'm probably not going to do too many where I go all out and spend $100 on CDs. But it was fun to go through them all. I'm excited to look through all the booklets, see what bands I could find in the thank yous, which I'm probably going to do right after this. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed and leave a thumbs up, comment, and I'll see you guys all next time.